There. So we're streaming. So whenever you want to open the room, let me know, John.
Okay. Yes, you can start now.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Idolm ster Shiny Colors panel at KuroCon 2020. I am your host today, XCLP. You may also know me as Chuck. I'm really excited to be doing this panel for you guys. I hope you've been enjoying KuroCon 2020 so far. I actually haven't been able to catch anything because I live in Japan, and it basically happened while I was asleep. And so I'm really excited to do this shiny colors thing. Sorry if you're hoping for an isekai panel. That was just a joke name. If you want an isekai panel in the future, be sure to complain to our staff, and I'm certain that they will do one eventually. In fact, I'll be there if they do one. Okay, so let's just start with a little about me. My name, again, is Exil. I've been an Idolm ster P for basically since the 2011 Idolm ster anime. That's like a good 9 years already. Oh my goodness. So I was born and raised in California, and I moved to Japan as of last year. I have been playing Idolm ster Shiny Colors since the iteration 2 years ago now, so we're right past the second anniversary. And back then, we had to play with VPNs because you couldn't even play Shiny Mask overseas. But so I've been into Cinderella Girls and Million Live and Side M for a bit. But it wasn't until Shiny Colors that I found a new Idolm ster series that I liked as much as I did as Namco Pro back when I was really hardcore on Namco Pro. So, and I think nowadays Shiny Mask is it's getting pretty big. It's definitely a staple series in the IMS series now. And if you're an IMSP, IMS producer friends, there's got to be at least one or two or a few Shiny Color producers now. So for me, after 2 years of story, the game is still going on strong, and I would really like to showcase a little bit of the game and talk about its good points to everybody. And you don't want to hear me rambling. Let's get right into it. Okay, so today we will be talking about the Idolm ster Shiny Colors, but what is the Idolm ster Shiny Colors? Shiny Colors, or Shiny Mask for short, is a free-to-play idol browser game by Bandai Namco Entertainment, released in April 2018 on the NZUP platform. It's a browser game, so you can play it on your smartphone or your PC. And on your smartphone, there's also an application for both iOS and Android. So there's many different ways to play it. The gameplay of Shiny Colors is very familiar to the old Idolm ster games, where you assume the role of a producer, and you are the producer at Tsubasa Productions, and your goal is to manage and raise and nurture each of your idols into top idols. So as of now in Shiny Mask, there are 23 idols across 6 units. We actually had an increase of idols from the debut 2 years ago. Originally, it was only 16 idols, and sorry, I wrote 5 here, but 4 units. And for those who care, the music label is under Lantis, like Million Live and Side M. Okay, now I want to do a quick movie introduction to each character before I actually go talk to every character. So let's watch this short video. 1 second. Okay. Holy shit, that's spinning Rinsei. Nachiru Psycho! Hi, okay. I will pause the video here. Hi, okay, so that was just a short video that Bandai Namco just released. You can watch the full thing on the official Namco TV channel. It goes on for a little bit more than that, but I just wanted to show you guys the characters for today before I actually start talking to them. Now, let us music. Hi, okay. じゃあ、行きます. Okay, Illumination Stars. Let me pull up my notes. Hi, Illumination Stars. The very first unit of the game consists of 3 idols. Illumination Stars are illuminated for short. They embrace some of the traditional idol themes and imagery that we're really used to seeing from past idol series. It's a very familiar unit. But I don't think that makes them like a copy paste of the previous traffic light trios. I think all 3 of them are surprisingly quite different and kind of break the tropes of the red, blue, yellow kind of character that we're used to so far. So, starting with Mono. Mono, the red of the series. The first thing you'll notice when you produce Mono is that she says moon. Moon. And she says that a lot. Oh, she also says Hoa. So Mono is a bird talker. Mono could talk to birds, although the only species I'm aware of is the pigeon. But she's a very warm and soft-hearted girl who she lacks confidence at first, and I think she kind of breaks away from the Genki Shonen MC kind of red main center idol of the IMAS series. Going on next to Hiyori. Hiyori is many people's favorites because the blues are always popular. As in the IMAS blue, she fulfills the cool stoic role. But I think a little unlike Shiburin, maybe she's not so cool cold. Hiyori is more just awkward. She doesn't know what to say, and her speech comes out wrong a lot of the times. So that ends up making her like a lovable dork character. And if I were to guess, I think Hiyori probably has the most memes about her for that reason. If you go on Nico Nico Doga, the top 2 videos for Shiny Mask are 2 meme videos for Hiyori. The top one has over 1 million views, and it's a very famous video in the Shiny Mask community now. of Hiyori saying her very famous line, "Gyoza, parito sasetakute," which means "I want to make the gyoza crispy." And it was played to the SSS Gridman opening, and it became such a popular phrase that I'm pretty sure the lead singer for the song Okuto, OXT, he mentioned it, and that line got the 2019 Shiny Mass Official Buzzword Award. Hi, okay, going on to Meguru. Meguru is the game's Haffy. She might look like Miki a little bit, but she's actually half American. Her mother's born, her mother is American, and she herself is born in Massachusetts. However, Meguru is fully Japanese. She doesn't do the desu thing that you're used to, the kinpatsu foreign girls in anime. Meguru is completely born and raised in Japanese, so she has none of those traits. However, she is prone to hugging people suddenly out of habit, and so Illumine and P often see that side of her. And Meguru's trait is that she's extremely sociable and good at making friends. So prior to Illumine, she's already she has a lot of friends from her school, and she talks about them a lot in her stories. And personally, to be honest, I kind of consider Meguru the actual the quote-unquote red of the three, as those traits fall more on Meguru, despite her color being yellow. But yeah, I don't know if people would agree with me or not. Moving on to Antika, not to be called Lantika, Antika. The L is silent because that's cool. And Antika is not Roselia, although they are the goth and steampunk idols. So, Antika, the leader is Kogane. Kogane is a country bumpkin, sort of. She has a very thick Nagasaki accent. There's no way I can do it, but you'll hear her say yoka and bai a lot, which is traits of Nagasaki accent. Her family in Nagasaki owned a Teishoku restaurant, so she herself worked there, and she was a fan favorite to the locals, but she's very good at cooking. So Kogane often makes food for Antika and Producer. So if you want to produce the cute and clumsy cooking waifu Kogane, yes, you should definitely try her stories. Next is Mamimi, who is kind of a weirdo. She's seemingly unmotivated and lazy at first, and she always speaks in a very deadpan kind of way, and she's very purple. But deep down, Mamimi just wants to be reprimanded because she grew up very well off and spoiled by her parents, who are very successful. I think they're doctors, but I kind of forgot. But basically, her parents didn't pay her enough attention, so she kind of goes out looking for trouble in hopes that someone will reprimand her. And of course, who better that be than you as P? And that's what happens. But Mamimi returns full force on P's lectures by her variety of pranks and tricks. So Mamimi, the self-proclaimed bad girl, she likes to do a lot of tricks on Producer. Next up is Sakuya. Sakuya is our OG Prince Ikebo, the idol that will bring all the female fans in. She's very tall, athletic, and boyish, and she goes to an all-girls high school. So Sakuya is the type of person who's always trying to make those people around her happy, even maybe if that's brings her own unhappiness. She tries to uphold an image that will please the people around her. And once she starts to crumble inside, she is afraid to show her weaker side, but she does open up to both Producer and the rest of Antika. Also, before she was an idol, she was a model, which she looks like she fits for. So, Sakuya. Hi, 次, Yuika. Mitsumine. You probably hear her referred to as Mitsumine more than Yuika, and P's will call her MTMN Mitsumine because it's a catchy name. Mitsumine is a fan of various subcultures and fashion, like idols, anime, games. She's kind of like the super hipster type. Um, she's definitely like one of the most fashionable in shiny colors. But her idol love is the real deal. She often goes to Chica Idol lives and events, and she even takes producer with her to Chica Idol, like I think it was a handshake event in one of the stories. So Yuika, she's usually upbeat, carefree, and a jokester, but in truth, she's actually a very careful observer, and she's always cautious with the people around her to not infringe too hard. She does have a variety of more complex, deeper feelings, but she very rarely reveals those. So you gotta play her story if you want to see that. Kiriko. All right, Kiriko is a very mysterious girl, often covered in bandages, and we're not ever really told why, but she says that it's not physical injury, so good. Kiriko is very quiet and soft-spoken. She's easy to kind of miss, and she doesn't stand out. However, she does care deeply for Antika, and she's always worrying about everybody in the group. She has this tendency to address inanimate objects like a cactus as cactus-san, or even a desk as desk-san. This is one of the strange Kiriko traits. Yeah, Kiriko. Also, she's super cute, isn't she? Okay, Alstroemeria. Hey, Alstroemeria, which I learned means it's a type of flower, I believe, which is very fitting because Alstroemeria embraces this kind of floral theme. Alstroemeria it's a very interesting trio unit to me because it has this different dynamic where two of the members are twins, and then they have one more older idol with them, Chiyuki, who's the oldest idol in Tsubasa Pro. So it's a weird, distorted kind of triangle. But starting with Amana, the center, Amana is actually the younger of the Osaki twins. She's this like innocent Gyaru JK type. She uses words like mecha and all the cute JK lingo. But she's very protective over Tenka and loves Tenka a lot. You can tell this right away as soon as you start producing her. But she's more than just Tenka's outgoing twin sister. Amana has several insecurities of herself, and she's often afraid of how her actions may hurt others. So yes, definitely give Amana a produce. Next is Tenka, the older sister who acts more like the younger sister often, and probably is the second biggest source of memes. So Tenka is also a meme queen. Like there was a whole week on Twitter, the official Shiny Colors Twitter, where Tenka overtook the Twitter account over Golden Week, which was really damn funny because all the tweets were just tweeting as if it was from Tenka from home. So that was really funny. Tenka is basically the stay-home sister. She enjoys all indoor activities like games, anime, general neat and otaku things. She's not good with people, including P at first, kind of like Yukiho. But she, over the course of the game, has warmed up to him and has become very dependent on him as well. Not just Amana, so it's growth. Hi, Chiyuki. Chiyuki Mama is the oldest Tsubasa Pro idol. She often serves as the eldest sister in Alstroemeria. She's the closest idol in age to producer. So their relationship and communication scenes together often kind of feel like they're more like same-age co-workers rather than idol and producer compared to the other idols. And she's also good friends with Hazuki, the green-haired assistant of Tsubasa Pro. And there's this very... it's not like a very special scene, but in one scene, she gets really excited over gyudon for a restaurant, for dinner. And that kind of... The P's really loved that because it's such a strange gap for a 23-year-old woman, Japanese woman, probably to be super excited over gyudon. So, yes, gyudon. Oh, also, she was a general store worker until P scouts her. So, hi. Let's change the BGM before Hi, okay. Okay, Hokago Climax Girls. Let's go. ちょっと待って。Hokago Climax Girls is number one. Number one. The hot-blooded, high-tension girls. Very mixed. They have a very mixed bag of idols from all over the place. I would say Hokago Climax Girls has probably the most varied idols in their group. Starting with Kaho, who is actually 12 years old and in the 6th grade, but she's quite tall for her age, so she often gets mistaken as being a bit older. In fact, producer thinks she's a high schooler when he first scouts her, but he scouts her anyways, so hey. And she's super Genki, and she's a big fan of like superhero tokusatsu series, particularly one called Justice 5. A lot of Hokago Climax Girls stories involve Kaho making the others embrace this tokusatsu theme, and it's absolutely brilliant. So it's definitely Hokago Climax Girls. You should give a shot. She has a dog named Mamemaru, who often appears in the stories of Hokago and her cards as well. Next is Judy. Judy Saijo is the badmouth Yankee of the bunch. At least that's how she looks like. In reality, she's very cool and boyish, and honestly, a bit of a tsundere. She gets embarrassed easily when she's praised, and when P first scouts her, she thinks that he's making fun of her because she doesn't find herself as girlish. But yeah, appropriately, she's also quite athletic, and she's an ex-basketball member on the basketball team at her middle school. Rinzei. Hi. Rinzei Morino, the Yamato Nadeshiko, and my goddess. Rinzei is extremely traditional and speaks to everyone in a very rigid and proper keigo, which is polite Japanese speak. It's extremely, traditional. So she speaks even like slow and robotic, which led to a lot of jokes of her at first being an android, but she's not. In fact, over the course of the story, she's become a little bit more human and normal, and it's great to see. One of her hobbies, which is really funny about her, is that she loves shoujo manga, and that she kind of gets carried away with the themes of shoujo manga and applies those things to the real world, which creates funny misunderstandings. She also carries this little wooden straw doll around here. It's very mysterious, and honestly, 2 years later, as a Rinzei P, I still don't know a lot about it, but it's Rinzei's thing. I didn't. They've made a real big one, and I should have bought it, but I didn't. But hey, a small keychain is also nice. Okay, next is Natsuha, the Onegai Muscle idol. She's a weight training rich girl, daughter of a famous company CEO. She's very proud of her family name, and she tries to live up to it by being the best she can. She trains daily as her hobby, going the full length of the dumbbells to the protein drinks. She is the fitness idol. Also, she's the only idol in Tsubasa Pro I know of that can drive, and of course, she can afford a car. So that's Natsuha. Oh, she's also affectionately maybe known as Idol C by Shiny Mass P's, because one of the end game, one of the last bosses, one of the most difficult rivals in that is represented by silhouette of Natsuha. So she's also known as Idol C. Okay, Straylight was the first new addition to the Shiny Mass cast. There's this kind of electronic techno unit on stage, but off stage they don't. Oh, let's see. Asahi is a total weirdo. I feel like I've said that a lot today. But Asahi's this very like pure-hearted, innocent idol who just is always curious to seek out and discover new and interesting things. But the first thing you probably notice about her is her verbal tick, where she ends all her sentences with su. So Ohayo su, hello su. But yeah, she's super curious on discovering fun and interesting things, although she does lose interest in them quickly as well. And this sometimes gets her into a bit of trouble when she goes explores places that she's not supposed to. But yeah, so your job as producer is basically to keep a watch on her. Oh, and she also has that ability like Miki, where she can just like see a dance once and then copy the moves, and that plays a role in the stories as well. Okay, Fuyuko. Oh shoot! Did I forget Chiyoko? Gomen. Did I not make a Chiyoko slide? No, impossible. I could have sworn I did. Chiyoko? Ma, I'm gonna run normally and then go back at the end because I swear I made a Chiyoko panel. Okay, Chiyoko is a chocolate idol. See, I wrote this. I remember I wrote this down. Chiyoko is a chocolate idol. Wait. Did I miss it? Eh? I don't have it? Well, there's a fifth idol in Hokago Straight Line, and it's Chiyoko. She's a chocolate idol. She's very normal, which may be the reason why I missed her. Eh? How did I miss Chiyoko? Impossible. Chocolate idol, Choco-senpai. So sorry. Fuyuko. Fuyuko is very cute, tidy, and caring, maybe. That's the kind of personality she gives. I can't believe it. But yeah, okay, so Fuyuko, if you trust that side of her, Fuyuko is only non-noctil idol to only have one PSSR. Fuyu, I feel so bad for you, but well, keep waiting. It'll come one day. She refers to herself as Fuyu, which she insists other people call her, but most people just call her Fuyuko or Fuyuko-chan. And she develops this parent-like relationship with Asahi, which usually ends up in scolding Asahi. But yeah, if you've played her story, you know the whole Fuyu scenario. If you haven't, I'm not going to say anymore. I think you really should, because you're in for a huge surprise. So yes, Fuyu is hiding a secret, and I'll let you find that. May is the real Gyaru, from the looks to the speech. Very maji-manji. She's very good at communicating, and she's very straightforward. She doesn't hide things about her. She does, however, suffer from severe stage fright, and as a result, to overcome that, she kind of developed this very cool, serious stage persona with producer, and that's the personality that she has in front of her fans. So it's kind of cool. Hey, Noctil. Okay, ganbarimasu. Noctil is the newest unit in Shiny Mask, only debuting like about 2 months ago. So we're all just learning about Noctil very recently. But the thing about Noctil is that they're the first childhood friend Osana Najimi idol group in IMAS entirely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So Noctil, first we got introduced to Toru, who is kind of the focal center of the whole dynamic of Noctil. Toru is a super weirdo. She's a total goofball. She's extremely my pace, and the way they describe her is quote unquote transparent but shines, which draws people to her, which is exactly what happens. It's very mysterious why people are drawn to Toru, but it's not just the characters in game, it's like producers too. Like I like Toru a lot, even though she's such a weirdo, and it's a very peculiar situation. Toru herself, however, is very skilled as an idol, despite being a goofball. She often forgets things really quickly, like her wallet. There's a now very famous scene where she opts to pay for Koito and Hinana's bill at a konbini, but she then realized that she didn't bring her wallet, and that line where she says "Saifu naiwa," I don't have my wallet, has become a really big famous meme. It's probably gonna be the next Parito Gyoza line. Next up, we have Madoka Higuchi. the very blunt and foul-mouthed, pragmatic, harsh idol. Maybe one of the most harsh idols in IMAS to date, who isn't afraid to berate producer when he does something that disgusts her. She's also super popular, so I think a lot of P's are dull M's. In the first P Cup, she like destroyed the competition for an idol that was just released, and she didn't even have an SSR yet. So Madoka, she's she won't sugarcoat things, and when she doesn't like something, she'll let people know she doesn't like it. However, that doesn't mean she's not caring. In fact, she's very her friends are very important to her, and as a matter of fact, she joined Tsubasa Pro after Toru because she was basically trying to scout the place out and make sure that it wasn't a shady business. So that was her reason for joining. And she lacks trust in the idol business and idols, as she kind of sees them as just like a sellable commodity. And she's trying to make sure that that's not what happens to her friends. So she has progressed a bit on her trust in producer, but we're still in like the very beginning of that. Koito, Pia, the little squirrel chipmunk idol pet of the bunch. She acts tough, but she gets startled very easily. It's very adorable, and most of the time you'll hear her say Pia because she's always getting scared. She, however, is very hardworking, and she loves her friends dearly. She kind of isn't as skilled as them as idols, but she joined Tsubasa Pro anyway because she didn't want to get left behind. Her friends are very important to her. In the most recent Noctil event that is still happening right now in the story, she starts to do private lessons by herself in her free time, like in the park at night, just because she wants to catch up to her friends really badly, which reminds me a bit of Yayoi and Yukiho in the original IMAS anime. Hi, Hinana. Aha, yaha. Whew. If you hear Hinana and you take a drink every time she says aha, yaha, you will be blocked out before the end of the run. Hinana's catchphrase aha, yaha is, I'm hearing it right now. But Hinana is a very cute and like fluffy idol, always trying to do what she thinks is fun. But she's very straightforward, and she isn't afraid to hesitate to say what she wants to or do what she wants to, which can make her kind of come off as uncaring. But Hinata does what Hinata wants, and she loves Toru a lot. She's not afraid to steal her away from the others, namely Madoka. So yeah, being an idol is Tanoshi. Okay, and we can't forget Hazuki and Amai Shacho. Hazuki is the assistant of Tsubasa Pro, similar to Kotori Chihiro in the other series. Hazuki, she's often sleepy. She wears like the face mask in the office, but she does something I haven't seen in the other idol series so much, is that she like directly is involved in lessons with the idols, and you see this in the game and in the stories. And as said before, she's good friends with Shiyuki. They're drinking buddies. Amai Shacho is very rough and gruff on P, maybe the roughest Shacho we've seen so far. But he wasn't voiced at first, but then he did get a voice, and it turns out that it's the same voice as Seto Kaiba. So fans have loved to kind of like equate the two together as the same person. Hi, Tsugi. Okay, how to play Shaimao, sorry. Give me 1 second. Hi, okay, how to play Shiny Mask, Shiny Colors. It's very easy to start playing Shiny Mask because it's a browser game. All you need to do is go to the website, start the game, and the tutorial is right there. It starts immediately. You can also log into Enza, the platform that Shiny Mask is on, using a Bandai Namco account, and you want to do that so you can save your progress and play across multiple devices. Shiny Colors is, of course, a Japanese game, so knowing a bit of Japanese will help you navigate how to play the game. But it's not very complicated. You could probably get by without it. If you are really struggling, there's also a fan patch for the game on the Chrome browser made by the people at the Shiny Colors English Discord. And it translates most of the basic menus and a lot of the communication scenes as well, from what I've seen. I don't use it. But remember that in-game mods for browser games are usually seen as against TOS, so use at your own digression. But okay, to the actual meat and potatoes of the game. Shiny Mask is a producing game very similar to the old Idolm Master console games. A lot of the mechanics and themes will be quite familiar to you if you've ever played those. And the first thing you do is, of course, you got to assemble a team. In this game, you have probably the largest team in an IMAS game before this. You have a total of 6 idols in your team, consisting of 1 center and then 5 supports. And of those 5 supports, 1 is a guest idol. Now, let me break down what that all means. Your produced idol is your center idol, and that can only be an idol of a P card type, while the support idols are all S card types. And both of the types of idols are acquired from gacha or events, because this is a gacha game. P idols are idols that are produced, so you focus on their solo stories, and at the end of the produce mode, they are idolized, and then you can use them in the different Fest mode, the PvP mode. S idols, on the other hand, are your support lineup, and they only serve as supports, so you can't produce them, but they provide a lot of essential skills and abilities, and they come join your idol in auditions as well, except for the guest idol. The guest idol doesn't partake in auditions, but you can still reap the benefits of their skills. So that's what the support idol is for. And of course, one of the core mechanics of Shiny Mask are lessons and jobs. What would an idol producing game be without lessons and jobs? So like the old games, you send your idols on lessons to buff their stats and gain fans and boost their parameters. But doing lessons and jobs will naturally take stamina, and the more fatigued your idol is, the increased odds are that they'll have an accident or they'll fail a job, which really sucks if it happens. So be sure to let your idol rest when they're too tired. Some idols, like Mamimi and Tenka, will ask you to rest more often because that's how they are. So yes, idols will request things depending on who they are and their personality. Of course, it's an IMAS game, so you have communications, and communications actually matter in this game. So at various points of the games, you'll be prompted to select a different choice of how you want to respond to your idol. In morning communications, it's usually you get a choice of a normal, a good, or a perfect communication, and obviously the better ones give you more omoide affection, which is the heart meter. And the more heart meter you have, the stronger of an omoide burst you have, and which is good for auditions. If you played the old IMAX games, you kind of know what the omoide is already. It's just basically a strong super move. And in Shiny Mask, there's a variety of skills applied to them too, based on what cards you're using. If you're new to this game, none of this will make any sense, but we'll try to break it down. Also, there's a cheat item. Now, this didn't exist when the game first came out, so I had to do all the homework by myself. I wrote down all the answers on paper, but now there's this blue secret notepad item that will give you all the answers, and they drop like candy in this game, so feel free to use them unless you don't want to be a cheater. Auditions, though, are the actual live portion of the game. It's similar to the lives in the IMAS console games. However, the gameplay is a bit different from those. Your goal in this one is to appeal to 3 different judges who have 3 different types: vocal, dance, and visual. Obviously, you'll be doing more damage to the judge of your stat proficiency. By dealing damage to these judges, you'll gain star points, and the MVP for a judge will gain a mass amount of star points, as well as being the last hit. The last appeal on a judge will also gain additional star points. So it's like this last hitting Dota League of Legends kind of thing that you got to get good at too. It's very crucial to be good at last hitting. But to win an audition, you either have to be first place or second place. You don't actually always have to be first place, but you do have to be first place in the wing finals. And lastly, there are a huge amount of skills in Shiny Mass covered in the sphere grid type of image that you see here. All produce and support idols have their own set of skills that you can unlock through the game through the use of SP, which is acquired through the run. And skills range from everything you can think of in RPG games, from heals, damage blocks, hostility increased to laser beams. I'm serious, there's laser beams. All idols can also use Amoide Appeal or Burst, and depending on the idol, they can also do Link Appeals and have different skills based on what idol and what level the Amoide is. So basically, you gotta combine the power of those idol skills and Amoide Burst to beat Wing or be a top ranker in the PvP. Okay, but I've talked about it enough. Why not actually play the game? I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of here and let's start the game up. Just 1 second. Oh yes, I gave a poll, so let me check the poll too of who I should produce. I'm glad at this result. Okay, I see it now. Okay. Hi, okay, Shiny Mass, let's begin. Start with the produce. I'll start a fresh produce. And as of now, I'm not cheating. The winner is Rinze. So let's go ahead and produce Rinze for hopefully if I could do 1 season. I'm cutting a little bit over time, but I'm the last panel, so I guess I can do that. As for which one to choose from, I'm serious. It is Rinze, isn't it? Oh, Rinze won. Yes. Okay. Okay. Which one should I do? I love the sundress. I have every Rinze, so maybe one that doesn't have too many spoilers. Okay, let me just go with this one, and let me just throw some. Let me just omakase the support lineup. See what it gives me. Oh, that's too strong. I don't want to be that strong. Dance. Dance seems like my weakest, so I'm just gonna go in blind with that. And then when you start to produce, you can also. I'm sorry, but oh yeah, I gotta put in Choco. Okay, Choco isn't good because I forgot to talk about her. Now this is the secret blue notebook, but I won't use it. I'm just throwing something. Okay, so you can use items like these to recover stamina, and let me just throw in a candle. And okay, let's go. So the game starts off as you're just starting out in Tsubasa Productions, and you're gonna scout your first idol. Since I'm running out of time, I am probably just gonna skip some of the stories. This is how you meet Rinze. You scout her on the street. I don't know what Rinze was doing out there, but yeah. The TLDR is Rinze, you scout her, and she's super surprised that anybody would see that she's able to be an idol. She gets kind of obsessed with that, and then she goes to the agency. Anyway, we're starting here. This is the base screen. This iPad over here lets you know the trends. The newspaper thingy lets you see your current list of skills, but I have 0 SP, so I can't get any skills. The coffee mug lets you rest, which is important. And then the calendar lets you go to your producing. And then in the upper right corner is your stamina gauge. So it's essential, of course, to start out with some lessons or jobs. And a very easy strategy in this game is to just go to whichever job has the idols most there. Because doing idols with doing jobs with other idols will give you benefits most of the time. But in this case, for season 1, you tend to want to do radio to buff your mental, which is your HP, as well as provides you a good amount of fans. We need 1,000 fans to pass the first season. So a common strategy is to just keep buffing HP at radio the first week, and hopefully I can trigger a level up on the radio, which will give us even more fans. Just RNG. However. I would love to watch these, but time. And I still have not gotten that. Oh, not having good luck, but that's okay. So now you can see that my HP bar is flashing, Rinzei's tired. There's a 27% chance of trouble happening if I tried these jobs. So I'm going to rest. This is actually a pretty poor run. Oh, I did level up. Okay, so yes, so now I could gain 300 fans, which will probably put us over the 1,000 quota. Yeah, it will do it easily. So I've only done resting so far. Okay, so here's one produced scene. Out of this, I'll be able to give in a choice to buff one of Rinzei's stats. I wish I had time to go through this. So, はい、どのようなことでも I don't know what these give, so let's just go with it. Ah, I think it was visual and not dance. I would have wanted dance because I'm running a dance team. Okay, so while I triggered a morning commute, finally, sometimes in the morning, your idol will come up and talk to you, and if you answer correctly, they'll gain more of the Emoide gauge. I'm guilty of using blue notebook. This is the robot I was talking about. My goddess robot. Oh, perfect! Yokata. Shot. And sometimes they'll ask for, oh, okay, she did do it. They'll ask, after a morning commute, sometimes they'll ask for another favor, and it's usually like, can I go to a dance lesson, can I go visual lesson, or can I rest? So Rinzei asked me to do a visual lesson, which is not what I want, but why would I ever break that promise? Let's do it. Kawaii! Hey, Yasha, plus 10 points. So the best way to gain a lot of the Emoide gauge is by fulfilling promises. I recommend almost never breaking promises unless you're forced to meet quota. Okay, and I cleared the 1,000 fan quota for season 1. Oh, this is a story scene. Go, man. Rinzei, next time.
Hi. Rinzei.
Hi. Visual again. I should just make a visual team. So this screen here tells us that we have moved from F rank to E rank at 1,000 fans. We should have just become VTubers so we could have 100,000 fans in the first week. Anyway, Rinzei is tired, so well, I'll end this season by resting.
Hi.
I didn't do one audition. I'll do one audition. Okay, so I'm in season 2 now, but I'm gonna show at least one audition before I quit the gameplay. I'm sorry, I would really want to play a lot more, but I'm already killing time. Oh, I got perfect again. I will have to break this promise, but I'll exit before you have to see. I don't want to see Rinzei sad. So, before you do an audition, you want to... Wow. Nanja Korea.
アイドルマスター樋口まどかです。プロデュー
Alright, okay, so before you want to do an audition, you want to use your skill points. I don't play dance, so I actually don't really know what most of these are, but let's just go for... Oh, wait. Oh, this is really good. Okay. You typically want... it's kind of like Pokemon, where you have a list of 4 abilities you can use on your main idol. So I just forgot a weak one to learn a better one. Is there anything nicer? Not really. Oh wait, okay. This mummy is special. She has 2 of these. Not many cards have this. Okay, so I'm gonna go to an audition and break Rinzie's heart. Before auditions, you get to do a little prep talk. If you do it well, they'll be happy. Which I did not do well. Oh, I'm sorry, Rinzie. Okay, so... like I was saying before, there's 3 judges, and you get a list of appeals. And you draw 3 cards from your bank, and let's just go right away. In the early auditions, you could pretty much win by brute forcing your way. So even though the top judge is vocal and I'm a dance type team, I can still win with just brute forcing vocal. So you want to time on the white marks to get perfect appeals, which will do more damage. And as you see here, like different appeals have different strengths. This is a dance appeal 3. It only has dance like 2 times multiplier. This is a dance appeal 4, which has a 2.5. So let's use it. If I lose, it will be amazing. I've never lost season 2 in a very long time. And you see now I have this heart gauge over here. This is the Amoide burst. This unique property of an Amoide burst is it will always go first in the turn order. So you usually want to save it for when you can get a last hit with it, which I might even be able to do from here. And they all have these cute animations. They're really good. The Splatoon burst. Oh no, it wasn't that. Okay. Well, since I MVP'd that judge, I gained a ton of stars, which is why I'm at 28 right now. And let's see if I'm good at last hitting. Okay, that was an easy one. And then in a situation like this, it's probably too hard to last hit, but they won't. Let's see if I can last hit. No, okay. That's okay. And then with 34 stars, I have a clean win over the other idols. First place, free 10,000 fans. Hi, okay, I'm gonna end the gameplay there so you don't have to see Rinze sad. Because I want to move to the next segment. Hey, okay, so just to recap why I think you should play Shiny Colors. First and foremost, the art in Shiny Mask is gorgeous. I think it's probably one of the things that Shiny Mask is best known for is the very beautiful artwork and the very good like outfits, fashion, and hairstyles brought to life by the 2D spine animation in the game. It's honestly amazing how far they can go with just 2D work. For old school IMAS producing gameplay fans like me, I'm really happy they returned to this old style of gameplay. It's a very fresh breather from the otoge, the rhythm games that we've had. So definitely check it out if you liked those console games. And in my opinion, the core of IMAS are actually the stories. There are an incredible amount of stories, and a lot of them are really, really well written too. And just like so many of them have made me so emotional, and it's shocking how good that these stories on idols can be. You go through a lot of themes that we've never seen before in the IMAS universe, and I just obviously you do need to know some Japanese, maybe a lot of Japanese to get through the majority of it. If you're just learning, studying Japanese right now, though, I think it's a great tool. Shiny Mask can be a great tool to help improve your Japanese. That's kind of how I learned Japanese, was through playing IMS 2 as well as this game, and I've improved a lot just by playing. But if you would like to see the stories in English, there is also the Idolmaster Subs account, and they translate a lot of the Shiny Colors stories as well as other IMS stories on YouTube. So you could be sure to check them out. That's a free plugin. I'm in no way associated with them, however. Oh, and also for a gacha game, this game gives you hella gacha gems. You get a lot of gacha for free in this game when you first start, as well as weeklies. You get like 1.5 10 pulls worth of gems every week if you do your weeklies. And as far as the music goes, it's a hit and miss maybe. I think Shiny Mask, most people can agree, it started out pretty weak. But over the course of the years, the newer songs have improved quite a bit. But I'm running out of time, and this is kind of a long segment. So let's have a live corner. Sorry for staying up with me so late. Sorry if I'm keeping you up. We're going to have a live corner. Let's listen to IMAS together. It'll be a mini live, so I promise it won't take too long, but please don't go to sleep yet. Hi. Ikimasu. Okay. All right, please get hype. Spam that chat while I drink my Horoyoi. Shine.
箱の中に押し込めたまま熱されてるポテンシャル膨らんで弾けそう
It's like popcorn. Hey, just like pop up. No. We can't go now. It's all We can't go now. Don't be too deep. Stop!
たぬきわらとったら海が光って一斉に浮気さあ動きも大人ぶるっておとなしくじゃなく日になってもってうなつを決めるさあ巻き起こせ翼は透明青空が全然一斉どれで宇宙が全然神様注目と引き立つ方法態度で見せるから
Choco, go in. I'm sorry. I didn't have time for you, Choco. Next time. Beach Play Hearts. Sa sa sa. Hi. 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 Hi.
まっすぐに感じやはいつも私らしくいよう風が連れてくるよレディエひらり舞い上がってて
Bloomy. Hi. Hi.
深呼吸をプロネスして
かわいい。天下ちゃん。
好奇心は止められない雨広場でやっと最高は瞬間的のフィクションだからこそ尊い一つ一つ大切にしよう変化を捉えた心はやめ夢は叶えてみたい飛び出してみたいもっとまっすぐに感じよういつも私らしくいよう風が連れてくるよ手にえず胸を当てつこう大丈夫遠回りしてもいいずっと信じ続けていきたいそうよありのまま輝いてるひらり舞い上がっててブルーミー
I just don't
舞
let
い上
you.
がっててブルーミー
Ah.
目指すものがあるから心に迷い乗って何のどんなシナリオがあっても
Going my way.
誰かが作った道を
Yes.
追い越したその先で
Take off.
胸にある夢をこの手で掴むな諦めない絶対高く高い壁だって現実は飛び越え潔いの一人で見せるわ憧れはいつの日かとエンジェル突き抜け私たちが目指すゴールの上に響くレイヤーでさまよってもたどり着く高鳴る鼓動が鳴り響いてるワンダリーチェンジャー
Oh. Hey.
誰かが言ってたけど、その夢はどこで僕を待ってるの。きっと憧れているだけじゃダメだって知ってるんだ。僕の靴はまだ白いままで、小さくてでこぼこ儚い光たち、まだ頼りなくてよなめいた一つ一つ
やは
パズルみたい、かすかに希望の音が聞こえたんだ。光集めて響け遠くへ、結んだ絆信じて、なんだってできるよ、一人じゃないから。昨日よりもっと輝け、届け明日へ、未来を呼んでみようよ。いつだって僕らは精一杯、僕らは昨日よりもっと強く光れ、光れ。
ノクチュール最高。
今始まる奇跡、翼を広げて君とどこまでもあの空の彼方、新しい夢に集まった一年です。柔らかい羽の夢、誰も見たことない翼、私たちの空に強く願えたら本物だよ。目指す今あなたたちがずっとみんな待っていたよね。手紙これはもう最初の奇跡、手を伸ばせば生まれてくる勇気をさあ味方にして翼を広げて、君とどこまでもあの空の彼方。
はい、ここで終わります。はい。はい。Oh, now you know what it's like to Renban with me. Oh. Okay. I'm not done yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Okay. Before the stream is over, I still want to do 2 more things. I want to gacha for limited Toru. Maybe the magic of you guys can help me get her. And then I want to do a quick Q&A if I can. But if I'm out of time, Omo, let me know. But anyway, I'm going to try this as quick as I can. Gacha, ikimasu. I'm going to do this as quick as I can. Give me strength. Oh! Space what? Alright, keep going. Nice. Give me strength, chat. I am a Noctil P pretty much, so I would like both limited SSRs. There's one produced and there's one support. Oh no, this isn't looking good. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye. Head pack Koito. I don't have anything. Oh, Hinana. Ureshi kedo. Ikimasu. Oh, I'm getting a lot of SSRs. Not. You know what? I gotta calm down. Oh. Not bad, but this is for forgetting Choco and for breaking Rinzei's promise. I deserve it. Oh. Happy summer vacation, Sakuya. Okay. Give me another SSR. Oh. Not like this. Come on, Toru. Saifu nai wa. Wow. Believe. Ah. Yatta! Okay. 1. Yakatta! I'm very scared I would lose everything. Yosha! How greedy am I? Do I stop here? Do I try for Hinata? I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, I'll stop here. The goofball. She remembered her wallet this time. Yokata. Okay. Gotcha! Corner. Owari. Yatta. Hi. Okay, I can quit you. Hi. Okay. We've reached basically the end of this panel. 1 second here. Or maybe let's open up to Q&A, so I shouldn't do such sad music. Okay, I'm gonna do like quick Q&A. If you have any questions, just throw them on Discord and I will try my best to answer some of them. So, dozo. My strongest team is visual. I've been a visual player since the inception of the game because in the early days, visual was probably the easiest to win with, and I just stuck with it since. In my opinion, for beating Wing, I think vocal is probably the best way to reliably beat Wing, provided you have the cards. Where's Choco? Let's look at the. I'm gonna look at the slide. There's Choco in your. What the hell happened to my Choco slide? Come in, Choco. Come in, Choco. Hi. All right, Choco. Okay, I'm sorry, Choco. Okay, do I have a favorite shiny seiyuu? Yes, Kuriki Honoka, the voice actress for Amana. I actually like Amana a lot too, and Honoka is a very sweet person. She also cries easily, and I'm weak to those types, so yep, Honoke. Which items to use to beat Wing? I always bring a notebook because I'm lazy and I don't want to look up the Wikipedia pages to learn the answers. And then after the notebook, you probably want either one of the stamina recovery items, like the food, or lately I've been using perfume, which increases the odds of an idol asking you for a promise. And I feel like the easiest way to win Wing is to just have high Emoide, because high Emoide will usually get you the win even if your stats aren't that high. But minimum, you want a level 3 Emoide. And if you play this game a lot, you'll know that sometimes just will never come to you. But if you get 3 or higher, it's really good. 4, you're almost guaranteed to win. If you have 5 Omoide, which doesn't happen often, it's basically a free win on a wing. Would I like to see solo songs in the future? Yes. They've talked about this, and it's not something that they don't not want to do, but they want to do it properly. And at the moment, it seems like they're still comfortable with the unit songs. I think we will probably get them eventually, but I don't know if in the near future. But yes, I would really like to see solo songs like the April Fool's songs that Kaho and Tenka got. But yeah, even more, and as well as covers, I would really like to see that. I will buy those CDs, all these Choco. Oh no. Favorite Rinzai card? My favorite Rinzai card is the sundress one in the white dress. I love the story on that one. It's super cute, and it's just, I love that like kind of Western clothing on Rinzai because she's usually wearing traditional Japanese clothes. My favorite song in Shiny Mask is Itsudate Bokuro wa Nocchill song, even though the full is not out yet. That's just how much I like Nocchill. Before that, though, it was, I want to say Futurity Smile. Oh, Triangle. By Illumination Stars. Best event story, the Nocchill one right now. I don't know. I'd have to really think hard. I'm not sure actually, but the Nocchill one was really good. Favorite group Camus? That's hard to discuss. There's so many of them that I can't remember them all. Probably maybe one of the Illumine ones, but I can't think of it. Illumine was my favorite unit before Nocchill came out. Favorite ML, if I have one, is Tsumugi. Shiraishi Tsumugi, who debuted after Milishita. Before that, though, it was Subaru. Will I ever read Not Equal? One day. What I think of flapping? Oh, flapping and grad is actually really fun, but it takes a little bit to learn how to play. Flapping is great to produce fest idols. Grad is even better, and Grad has amazing stories. I enjoy the gameplay because you don't have to do as many auditions, and you play very differently than Wing. And I did not cover Flapping Day or Grad at all in this stream, so it's kind of a more intermediate mode. But yeah, I think you definitely should try those modes out if you've been playing for a bit and want something different. What's today's weather? Hare dane. No, it's actually cloudy. Okay, let me do 5 more questions. Theories as to why only one Fuyupi SSR? I think it's probably due to COVID recording issues, but they've started to record again, so I'm not sure. So maybe they're just trying to time it correctly now. Gacha rates better than Dariste. I honestly don't remember what Dariste's gacha rates are, but it's 2% for PSSR, 3% for SSR, so 5% total for SSR. Okay, 3 more questions. What are your thoughts on how they could fix the Fest meta power creep? I don't know if they're gonna ever fix it. If it isn't obvious, the pay-to-play people dominate the rankings. I think though you don't have to rank in the highest tiers. You can still reap a lot of pretty good benefits with a pretty with an average team. You could get to grade Fest 5, but you will have to have played quite a bit to amass enough jewels to be able to do that. Will I be trying to ballot for Golden Week release event? Like Golden Week next year? I would really like to see some kind of event or something again. I'm really sad about playing my second. Okay, last question. Okay, superstition to win shiny second. I don't know. I bought like 20 CDs and I tweeted about it. Images before unfortunate events, and the most unfortunate event happened. It got canceled by a global pandemic. How many times did I cry during Shiny First Post MC? Oh man. If you haven't seen it yet, you should watch Shiny First, because there's a scene where Rinzai's Seiyu, Maruoka Wakana, she says in a very tearful voice, they all cry, but she says that people are always telling me I'm not like Rinzai. Shoot, I forgot what she said. I'm a bastard of a Rinzai. She said, people are always telling me I'm not like Rinzai, but we have one thing in common. And I forgot what the one thing in common is. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna go watch it after this. Okay, Q&A studio. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Shiny Mask stream. I'm sorry if I kept you up too late. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I definitely would love to do something similar again. I hope you've enjoyed KuroCon of today. I'm honored to be the very last panel of the day. I hope you guys are staying safe, and if I could have even convinced one person to try out Shiny Mask, or if you're interested in Shiny Mask now, that will make me really happy. You can follow me this way at XealColog on Twitter, where I'm always talking about Shiny Mask. So yeah, that's pretty much how I want to wrap it up. But before then, this is the 15th anniversary of Idolm ster, so I believe it's most appropriate if we end off with the usual, and you know what I'm talking about. Are, okay? So 3, 2, 1. これからも会いますですよ。会います。お疲れ様です。